Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to see about water exchange reactions. When water molecules in the coordination sphere are exchanged with isotopically labeled bulk water, that is, this is a coordination complex with water as the ligand, and this is the bulk water which contains isotopically labeled oxygen. When there is an exchange of water molecules between the coordination sphere and the labeled bulk water, then that reaction is called water exchange reactions. And this is also a kind of substitution reaction only, but this cannot be understood only from CFSA point of view. There is one more parameter that is involved in the understanding of water exchange reaction. What is that parameter? That parameter is charge density. What is charge density? It is the ratio of the charge to the ionic radius of the metal ion. So where that is, the charge density is proportional to directly proportional to the charge of the metal ion. That means when the metal ion has higher charge, then the charge density will be more. Similarly, when it is indirectly proportional, the charge density is indirectly proportional to ionic radius. That is, when the ionic radius is less, then the charge density will be more. So in a smaller radius, if there is high charge, then it leads to higher charge density. Now this charge density affects the rate of water exchange reactions. So we will learn how this is possible. Now, based on the rate of the exchange, we come across four different classes of metal ion. The first one is given here. Now, the rate of exchange is extremely fast. The rate of water exchange reaction is very fast. It is 10 power 8 seconds inverse. The metal ions that fall under this category are alkali metals, alkaline earth metals except beryllium 2 plus and magnesium 2 plus, group 12 elements except zinc 2 plus, chromium 2 plus, and copper 2 plus from D block. These metal ions have very low, generally low charge density because of their larger ionic radius. Why they have larger ionic radius? This we have understood from the periodic trends, because these elements, the alkali metals and alkaline earth metals, are present at the left extreme of the periodic table, and the ionic radius decreases from left to right, which means that these metals possess larger ionic radius. When they have larger ionic radius, they have low charge density, which leads to a very high exchange rate of water. The second class of ion will show exchange rate of around 10 power 4 to 10 power 8 seconds inverse. This is also a faster reaction only, but it is slower than the class 1 metal ions. The metal ions that fall under this category are divalent transition metal ions of the first row transition series, that is the 3D series divalent metal ions only, except V2 plus, which shows slower reaction. Chromium 2 plus and copper 2 plus already come in the class 1. So except these, the other divalent transition metal ions of the 3D series, along with magnesium 2 plus, titanium 3 plus, and trivalent lanthanoids. These metal ions have a faster rate, but the rate is slower than the class 1 metal ions. This is because the charge density is um, lower, but the charge density is generally low, but the charge density is higher than the class 1, because the ionic radius of these ions are slightly larger than the class 1 metal ions. When the ionic size is larger, then the charge density will be, when the ionic size is large, the charge density will be low. But the charge density here is higher than the class 1. That is why even though they are supposed to be a very fast exchange reaction, the rate of the reaction is slower than the class 1. The CFSE values are also relatively small for these metal ions. The next one is class 3 metal ions. Now here the rate of the exchange reaction, water exchange reaction, is comparatively small. It is 1 to 10 power 4 seconds inverse. Now what are the metal ions that fall under this category? They are trivalent transition metal ions of the 3D series: beryllium 2+, vanadium 2+, aluminium 3+, and gallium 3+. So all these metal ions show a comparatively smaller rate of exchange, which means that their exchange rate is very low, or the reaction is slower reaction. Why the reaction is slow? Because higher charge density for these metal ions, because we also see that they are trivalent transition metal ions. So the rate of reaction is slow. The tripositive cations are also somewhat stabilized by CFSE values. The last class of metal ions, class 4, show a very slow exchange rate. The exchange rate is 10 power minus 6 to 10 power minus 2 seconds inverse. Now, when we look at to the metal ions that fall under this category are, we already know that chromium 3+ is an inert metal ion, and all other metal ions form low spin complexes. So when we have the low spin complexes, we know that they are highly stabilized by their higher CFSE values. So because of that, the exchange of water is low and the complexes are inert. So what do we understand from the whole table here? Now there are two different parameters that operate in the water exchange reaction. One is the charge density and the other is the CFSE values. Now the CFSE values is predominant only for the low spin complexes. Now when we have the high spin complexes, aqua complexes, then the charge density plays a major role in deciding the rate of the reaction. And not only that, when there is no CFSE, that is for alkali and alkaline earth metals, where there is an absence of d orbitals, then the reaction, the rate of the reaction or the rate of exchange reaction is mostly controlled by the charge density. So whenever the question comes in the examination, they will some of the questions directly has this keyword: the rate of water exchange reaction for the following ions, or find out the trend in the rate of the water exchange reactions for the following ions. Or they will not say this as the water exchange reactions. They will simply give the aqua complex mixed with the transition metal ions and also with the alkali metals or some other lanthanoids or something like that. So now we have to understand that this is the water exchange reaction, and we cannot solely decide on the CFSE values, because there are some metal ions which will not have the d orbitals at all. So CFSE cannot be applied to those metal ions. So for those metal ions, we have to decide based on the charge density, and when it comes to D block elements, then we have to apply the CFSE values. Then incorporate it in the trend, and then we have to find the option that is right. So that is how we have to approach the water exchange reactions problem. Thank you.